Welcome to this telecoms-billing.com training session on the CDR. So your call details are something that you'll receive every month from your provider. Sometimes you might get it daily, and all we need is for you to drop that into a folder on your desktop. And if you see here, this is a typical CDR. It's got an A number, B number, time, and so on, and a cost in this case. So we're going to set up that format for you, so it should all be automatic. When you log on, just double check that you've got the right username and password here so that you're connected to the right system, not to the demo. In this case, it's the demo. And if you click here, you've got the various tabs, but if you click on your CDR tab, you'll be able to see your files, and you might have more than one source of data. In this case, this is the file that we want to process, and everything's set up already. So we do a show, and it's going to show us the 2600 files, and you can see with your CDR here, you've got an A number, a B number, a date and time, a duration in seconds, sometimes that's tenths of a second, a piece of text, and in this case they've got a cost that that your supplier has given you. And for this simple version of billing, what we're doing is we're just marking up that cost by a certain amount, but we're also searching the customer and doing various other things. So if you see here, I've clicked on match and rate, and it's actually rated them, and you can see over here that this is the account number, this is the status, this is the customer ID, and so on. This is our description of the call. So there's various data there, so you can do a reality check and just make sure that everything's all right with your CDR. Just give it a visual look over, and that's uploaded the 2056 records for batch number 78, and it's a good idea to keep track of this total number. Have a notebook or a spreadsheet each month where you're tracking through your stuff. So if you look here, once you've uploaded stuff for the month, you can show the suspense. And this tells customer service really that there's some data going wrong. So in this case, you can see, okay, ready to bill. We've got 2,591, but we've got 52 with the CLI not found, and 47 with another error. Now you can re-rate that. We can re-rate that. So for example, here on 21, we can see that these three numbers are missing, and we could re-rate them in the system. But in order to re-rate them, first we have to put some data in in the web interface against that account. If we didn't want to, if we just wanted to throw away this data, to write off, I'm just going to write off those 13 records there. And then you can see that the suspense is now, we just got 21 to deal with, that 21. So let's just resolve that just so that we can see, and then we can re-rate the CDR and see how that process works. So you can see the suspense here as well. You can see these three numbers here. So customer service can see this once you've started the process. And what we want to do is just add that number in on the system against the appropriate customer. So I'll put it in here. Sorry, on services, we'll add that number. Remember to give it a start date that's in the past, so it will pick up those calls. Let's go and do all three of those. Sorry, it'll take a little while. So we got the number there. We'll just find our customer, go to service, and add the CLI in this case. There's different error messages that you'll get there. So, but we have to look at the manual to see what to do in each instance. And let's just look at the last one. So of course this suspense doesn't get resolved until you go back into the system and re-rate as the billing manager. But if we add those services in there, so as long as we've added the services correctly and set this date, okay, it should, next time we go to the software, so let's look at the CDR. If we look at the suspense, we can see we've still got this 21 suspense, but if we go to re-rate, show, pick the 21, we can see them. If we do re-rate, hopefully it will find that data on the server and it will re-rate for us and finish it off. So just remember, sometimes you need to log out of the software before you do it. So if you look here, we've re-rated, we've re-rated, we got another of this, 16 of those have got this error, which we won't worry about for now. So if you look here, now we've got 2627 all rated as the first and last date, the total of £201.50 cost and a price of £251.94. So you need to compare that with your original figure. But basically now you've completed upload, you've resolved the suspense, so everything is ready to bill. In this case we had to write off some of the data, and we've done the re-rate. So we've finished this first section of the CDR. If you had another file, you'd upload it again, and basically you just need to go, the billing manager is one of the biggest jobs, is just to keep going around and round and getting all the suspense either resolved or written off. Okay, so that's the end of this session.